Welcome everyone, AdamTheWoo here. Happy Saturday, and not only is it Saturday, it is also August 1st, the first day of my birth month. On August 10th, 1974, the gentleman that you are actually staring at was actually put into the world. I was 40 years old. It seems like only yesterday I turned 40 back in St. Cloud, Florida, doing a vlog expressing to you how I felt about me turning 40 years old. And that was almost a year ago, 9 days shy of a year ago. And it's very interesting, as we become not as young as we once was, little things can actually hurt you and injure you. And my shoulder is a little discombobulated today, not because I was in a rugby match, not because I went mountain climbing, but because I slept with my head tilted one direction degree more than what it was to the other. That is when you know you are not a young whippersnapper anymore. When you wake up sore and you feel like smearing some sort of like Bengay or some sort of like liniment on here to actually do this. And when you start wishing that you owned a hot tub when you wake up in the morning, you know that you are not as young as you once was. It's my second channel, daily blog channel. It's TheDailyWoo, and I have a little bit of coffee that I got. There is a Starbucks directly across the street, and there's a Starbucks behind me, but there's also a coffee shop over there, and I like non-Starbucks coffee. Coffee from Starbucks is a little too strong for my taste. I do love coffee, but I use a lot of cream and a lot of sugar, and I don't like the double roasted version of Starbucks. Not that this vlog is about Starbucks. This vlog is about a certain topic that I've been wanting to talk about for a while, called the future of AdamTheWoo, the future of AdamTheWoo, that's me, and the future of the AdamTheWoo YouTube videos. Now, this subject does not regard this DailyWoo channel, which is a secondary channel, a extra channel that I created basically to accompany the AdamTheWoo channel. The AdamTheWoo channel I had done for a couple of years, and I thought to myself, I need an unedited vlog to bring people more into my life, to express more of my opinions and my daily routine to those that are watching. That's why I created this DailyWoo channel. And since I put a different video up every single day, well past 1,000 days without missing a day, this channel, the topic of this channel is not going to differentiate at all, because this channel has always been very varied, while the AdamTheWoo channel has always been about going on adventures, leaving the couch, going out into the world, and exploring, adventuring, showing people what is out there, and showing people how I live my life and enjoy living my life. That subject matter on the AdamTheWoo channel will not change. What will change on the AdamTheWoo channel is there's going to be way more content. I have made a promise to myself in the last couple of weeks to start filming more videos for the AdamTheWoo channel. Now, what does this mean? When I first started doing videos, they were not about abandoned places. They were not about filming locations. I did some comedy videos, and then I started going to some abandoned places. When I went to these abandoned places, a lot of those videos started getting a lot of views, and I started to get a decent following of people who only wanted to see abandoned videos. So when I first started doing the filming locations, when I started doing amusement parks and theme parks and roadside attractions, there were quite a bit of people who did not understand it and would leave very negative comments about, hey, go to more abandoned places, go to more abandoned places, go to more abandoned places, go to more abandoned places. And over time, as I have filtrated and peppered in theme parks, filming locations, roadside attractions, weird, wacky, roadside things, people are starting to realize that I'm not only an abandoned filming location guy. Now, I have never called myself an urban explorer. I've never used that terminology. A lot of people will refer to me as that, but you'll notice my AdamTheWoo channel is called AdamTheWoo. It is not called Exploring with AdamTheWoo. It is not called AdamTheWoo Urban Explorer. But because I've done a lot of pretty awesome spots that a lot of people, when I first put those videos up, had not been to those locations, I gained a little bit of popularity in the urban explorer community. So when I started doing the filming locations, the movie locations, the theme parks, the Disney stuff, a lot of people did not really understand why I was trying to do that. But in reality, spoiler alert, when you go to a lot of abandoned, this is a major spoiler alert, and a little advice to anyone that is watching this, any of my urban explorer friends, anybody who goes out and explore things that technically, quote unquote, are trespassing and quote unquote illegal. There is a fine line of legalities when you cross into someone's property or you see a no trespassing sign and you cross past that. So here is a spoiler alert to anyone who's going to get into that field or anyone of my friends who actually does those type of videos. Once you start gaining popularity, let's say you get a certain amount of subscribers, when you put these videos up and those videos start to go semi-viral and they start to get out into the internet universe, you may or may not, I don't want to give too much away, you may or may not have some legal recourse and legal repercussions when it comes to that. So take that with a grain of salt and learn from my advice that I may or may not be giving you right now. So be very careful when it comes to, tread very lightly on those subject matters. Not only that, but there is also other passions in my life, like theme parks, movie locations, and that I have expressed, but I have other passions as well, other things that I want to go do. And I've always kind of wondered what I could put on the AdamTheWoo channel. What type of videos, other than exploring videos, going to abandoned places, going to theme parks, going to movie locations. I always wonder what other kind of content I can put on the AdamTheWoo channel and people will not rebuke, people will not spit at or scoff at or leave a lot of hate in the comments about. So I've been thinking about this a lot lately, and I'm really trying to put up more content on the AdamTheWoo channel. If you notice, in the last 3 weeks, I probably put up maybe 4, 5, or 6 videos, which is more than I have been putting up on the AdamTheWoo channel. I've been trying to put up way more content. When my mom visited, I thought about, you know, I should just maybe take a week off of the AdamTheWoo channel. Obviously, the daily vlogs happen every day. But I thought, hey, when my mom's here for a week, I should just maybe take a step back, take a breath of fresh air, and not film. But as you notice, I decided to go the opposite route and actually film my mom's first visit to Disneyland, my mom's first visit to the Grand Canyon, and those are adventure videos that you can find over on the AdamTheWoo channel. So that's basically the future of the AdamTheWoo channel. I will continue doing abandoned places. That will always happen. But instead of putting up 2 or 3 abandoned videos a month, those videos are actually going to be accompanied by other videos, things that I do out and about, theme parks, filming locations, etc., but also some other little snippets of goodness that is not really specifically abandoned, that's not specifically Disneyland, that is not specifically filming locations. So I want to know, what do you guys think of me adding other content to the channel? Now, I am not talking about other content that is completely different than the AdamTheWoo channel. The AdamTheWoo channel is all about adventures, getting up, going out in the world, and doing things. So every video I will ever post to the AdamTheWoo channel is something that I am going out and doing, whatever that is. And I would like to know your opinions about what other types of content. Try not to leave a comment about abandoned locations, filming locations, or theme parks, because as you know, I already do those in great numbers. I would like to know, besides those 3 topics, what other sorts of things would you guys like to see on the edited AdamTheWoo channel? So that is the topic of this vlog, the future of AdamTheWoo and the future of the AdamTheWoo channel. So leave some comments down below. We will have a discussion. I will reply to your guys' stuff, and we'll try to figure out what you guys want. This is basically a two-way street. I am not doing this just to put everything out into the world. I know I have an audience. I have a very loyal fan base, a very loyal following of people who actually, and it's weird because I say the word fan base, but I really do hate that word fan base, because as you guys know, I've always used the word kindred spirits. I've always used the word friends that I haven't met yet, people like that. So it's very difficult to know what to put out there to please everyone. And people will say, you can't please everyone, do what you want. You can't please everyone, do what you want. And I definitely am very stubborn to where I definitely adhere to that type of policy. But I'd really like your opinion. I'd really like to appease a good percentage of people. There will always be the people who are haters or trolls. I know they exist, but I really want to appease to the good percentage of those who are watching my videos. So please leave some comments on what you think. We will have a conversation about this. and I have some really great ideas. I want to ask you one other thing. I have some filming locations in mind, some really good filming locations that require a lot of traveling. I'm talking about cross-country from point A to point B to point C, all over the states, that will require 2 or 3 plane flights or very long drives and lots of hotel rooms. So I want to ask you this before I do it. In the past, I've always been very secretive about where I've gone, because I never wanted to give a spoiler about, hey, Adam is in this area, he's going to be filming this. But I think I've come to the point where I have basically generated enough people that watch me that even if somebody else was to do what I did, I would still have my core group of people watching. So I don't need to probably be as secretive, not as secretive, a little secretive, but I don't need to be as secretive as I once was until the video comes up. I do want to keep some things under wraps, but certain things I could probably put out there. So basically, what am I trying to say? These locations that I need to go and travel and go far links across the U.S., or maybe even not in the U.S., what do you guys think about me expressing where I am going? Saying, hey, I am going to be doing the filming locations or these abandoned spots across the country, and I need to get there, so then I can promote the AdamTheWoo.Spreadshirt.com. That way you guys know, hey, when I get a shirt on AdamTheWoo, that person was honking, when I get a shirt on AdamTheWoo.Spreadshirt.com, it is actually helping put gas in AdamTheWoo's fuel tank in his van, or it is purchasing a ticket to fly across the country, maybe a hotel room or 2 stay. So what do you guys think about me actually announcing, like if I am going on an endeavor? And a lot of people are always saying, start a Patreon account, start a Kickstarter, start some sort of crowdfunding. And I've always stayed clear of the crowdfunding and the Patreon and all that. So here's another thing. I want to bring you guys into my world. What do you guys think if I have an epic adventure? Like, let's say I wanted to fly to New York City or fly to Boston, film something there, and then in the same movie, something else was filmed down in Atlanta, Georgia, and then I fly to Atlanta, Georgia, and then I fly to Oklahoma City, and then I fly back to LA to complete the circle of every filming location from that movie, and I would be the only person on the internet that had every shot from said movie. Would that be something that could actually be put into a Kickstarter account, into some sort of Patreon account? I want to know what you think. I've always banished that from my thought process. Whenever that thought process starts to get close to my head, I always say, get back, get back, get back. I do not want to do that sort of thing. But we are a unit together. We are a circle of goodness, and I really want to know what you guys, what your opinion is on these matters, because you matter to me. Because honestly, let's be honest, if no one was watching my videos, then I probably would not be making videos as often. Granted, when I started the AdamTheWoo channel, the stuff I was putting out there was just me and a few of my closest friends to watch. I did not think that anybody would be watching them. But this DailyWoo channel, this diary, if you will, into my life that you guys are invited into, basically it would be hard to keep up with this if everyone stopped watching it. So I value your opinion. I look forward to reading your comments, and I will see you guys tomorrow. I love you guys. See you then. Bye.